753 has added a new feature, and it's called a counterbore. You have a counterbore hole going through the end of this part. So when you're looking at a counterbore, you're given three distinctive measurements. So you need to know what those measurements mean. You have a 5/8 drill, a 1 1/8 counterbore, and a 1/4 deep measurement. So the 5/8 drill is the hole that's going all the way through. The 1 1/8, that is the counterbore, and then the 1/4 deep is the distance from here to here. That's the depth of that counterbore. So what a counterbore is, this is used to drill into a part. So when I put a bolt or a screw into this piece of material to hold it to something else, the head of that bolt is going to go into that material and make it flush. Same thing with a screw. You know, the screws have those little angled edges. So this would be where that screw head would go into that material and make it flush against the side. So you won't have that bolt head or the screw sticking up out of the material. So a countersink deals with the screws and a counterbore deals with the bolts. So you will have symbols that show sometimes when you see a counterbore or a countersink. And you also have the depth symbol because it's going to tell you the depth of your counterbore. So when you're looking at the counterbore from the side, you're going to see what the measurements tell you. So you have your material, and then you've got your 1 1/8, but it only goes 1/4 deep. And then you have the 5/8 hole that goes all the way through. So from the side, that's what a counterbore is going to look like. So let's talk about the part itself. This feature on the front of the part is not on the back of the part. These hidden lines show you that this back piece goes all the way through. So you have your overall height, your overall width, your overall depth. This is the front of the part. So you have to just pay attention to what is cut away, the angle, the fillet where the counterbore goes through. When you offset for these features, remember it's only 2 as the depth. So you can't just offset 3/4 and then go 3/4 from the other side, because 3/4 plus 3/4 plus 3/4 does not equal 2 inches. So pay attention to your measurements. Pay attention to your sizes of your holes. You have different size holes and radii for your fillets and rounds. So make sure when you label this, go to your diameter dimension, place the diameter dimension, and then edit it to say all the features of your counterbore. This one doesn't include the symbols, it just writes everything out, so that's what you're typing in your dimension. So this is back into a layout C title block, and we are going to just do the top, front, right side with the dimensions.